it goes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Positively Awesome Wrestling Podcast. Oh man, I did the wrong music. I did sound, not music. There it goes. Welcome to the Positively Awesome Wrestling Podcast. Sorry, we were gone last week, so I am dumb again. But I'll get it figured out before the end of the show. But enough of all that nonsense. We are joined by Nick. And as always, I have Albert with me. So we'll start with Albert. How the heck have you been? And how have you been enjoying real wrestling during this hiatus?
Well, I mean, it's our Friday morning show. This is really weird. It's a little different. I'm a little under the weather. You can probably hear in my voice. Traded in my normal drink for a cup of coffee, but it's great to be here. Wrestling's been fun. I hope you guys had, well, Jimmy, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Nick, I hope you don't know, you guys celebrate Thanksgiving a whole, like,
we don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Well, you don't have a Thanksgiving at all, right? Yeah. So
no, we have Christmas. That's
right.
Turkey Day.
So that's it. So I hope you've been enjoying yourself, though. We had a nice big fat holiday yesterday, and I am still full. As you guys saw, as I was coming on, I was shoving food in my mouth because, But it's been good. Wrestling's been fun. It's been an entertaining ride. It's been an awkward ride in a way for the build to Survivor Series. We haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but I'm excited for the show.
I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving yet. I'm about to go do that after the show today. I was working yesterday.
Oh, no.
No, I volunteered. I don't care about Thanksgiving.
Okay, fair enough.
I like the food. That's it. Ron, no Nitro review this week. We're gonna get back to that, but I wanted to get Survivor.
Sorry, Ron. Basically, my fault. That was it.
Harry brags way too much for a title that he has yet to defend. So I was making dang sure that we were sneaking this one in here so we can get that thing off of him and he can stop bragging about something that he shouldn't be bragging about.
I gotta reclaim my glory.
Someone's taking it home, and it ain't Harry. We done with that. So, yeah. Nick, how the heck have you been, though? And how have you been enjoying your wrestling?
I've been all right, mate. A lot of family chaos, as per usual. Was in Romania again. Just got back. Wrestling's been great, with the exception of AEW, but I'm not going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
We don't need 4 War Games matches in 1 month.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Why'd you bring that up?
But no, wrestling's been great. Raw was really good this week. SmackDown has improved since Road Dogg is no longer the head writer. For instance, Shinsuke Nakamura is no longer a samurai because Road Dogg is no longer the head writer. As far as I'm aware, Road Dogg is no longer the head writer. He's not been fired.
No, he's not fired. Clearly,
he's just not there at the moment. So SmackDown,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but that's why SmackDown's improved.
Makes sense. I hate to take a shot at the guy, but that does make sense.
The man walked up to Shinsuke Nakamura and went, "I've got a great idea, samurai."
To be fair, I did like Shinsuke's run as that samurai against Cody. I thought it was pretty cool.
I kind of did too, to be honest.
They didn't follow up with it at all, though. So
yeah, that's the problem.
Right, I know the idea is if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. But just because you're Japanese doesn't mean you've got to be a samurai.
No, for sure. Hey, the way they were doing his vignettes, though, were amazing.
Oh, I loved the vignettes with the manga backgrounds and everything else. That was really cool.
I thought,
I really didn't like it.
I just thought that, like, he didn't really change his style much either. I think he kind of just adopted this.
He was telling cool stories.
And then like he had the mask and the different music and stuff like that. I kind of thought it was just a little bit of a freshen up on him, and I thought that was okay. I think he needed a little bit of a freshen up. I do understand that a lot of people want to, I think change is hard, especially for a guy like Nakamura, who in many people's minds, like us, Nick, we've been New Japan fans for a pretty long time. We've watched Nakamura grow from being this guy who was being booed out of the building at points
when he was Brock Lesnar's tag team partner.
Yes, absolutely. To the point where, and then he became, the most over guy in Japan. So, and then he comes to WWE. You want to see that continue, and that momentum continue, and that aura continue from Japan. And I just think that maybe he needed a little bit more of a freshen up. And it's hard when you have guys like that. It's like putting a gimmick on guys that we would watch in Ring of Honor. Like, what are you doing? Like, these guys are great wrestlers, and sometimes
don't screw with it.
Right, and sometimes that makes sense, and sometimes it's, hey, maybe they're great wrestlers, but they need that little.
One thing, Ronald. It wasn't Shane McMahon. It was not Pat Patterson. It was Gerald Briscoe that did the Indeed voice.
No, it was
Shane
Shane.
Things are unfounded. I thought it was an unfounded rumor. I said it was Briscoe.
No, it was Shane.
Oh, well, learn something new every day. I always thought it was Briscoe.
No, it was Shane. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You brought it up, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it because it did drive me a little bit crazy that nobody brought this up. Nobody I saw brought this up, but Blood and Guts was in November this year. When is Blood and Guts normally at?
Midsummer.
Yeah.
July and June. Those are the 2 other months it's ever been in. June, July, and July. And it got moved to November, and nobody said a word. Why?
No one's talking about AEW count program in WWE.
Right.
Yes.
Which is what they're doing. It's exactly what it is.
If AEW was going to do some kind of Royal Rumble type match at a pay-per-view, and then WWE said, let's move the Royal Rumble to 2 weeks before that show, people would lose their freaking minds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a great call. It's a great call. And not only that,
I'm going to leave it at that.
Hold on, but I just want to go one further because I actually do want to talk about something that it works in. It was their first ever women's Blood and Guts match too. Ironically,
it was at that point too.
And I just want to bring this up. Those women showed the hell out. Holy crap! I just raised the
Mercedes spent most of the match lying on the
better
table.
put an asterisk in that because except for Mercedes.
Okay,
she didn't do jack.
The majority of those ladies showed the hell out. Like
she does.
It was She fell through a table, and I think that was pretty much
she
it.
Threw people out almost. I think she busted Jamie Hayter's whole grill out.
Yeah, she did.
And she did a lot of this.
But other than that, the women did a really good job.
Crazy. I'm not.
Yeah.
Also,
I just thought,
if I may, as we're on a quick AEW tick, why is Tony Khan repeating a year and a half ago in the booking? So a year and a half ago, Samoa Joe beats Adam Hangman Page for the world title. Then Swerve returns and goes straight after Joe for the world title.
No, Joe didn't beat him. He beat MJF.
Did he? I thought he
beat MJF at the end of the Adam Cole Devil thing. Yeah. Because he took the title from MJF, and then afterwards, Adam Cole appeared as the Devil.
This is only Page's second run. Yeah, this is only Page's second run.
Because Jimmy, since Boom and Bust, I've not paid full attention.
I couldn't tell you. I saw like things that happened at Full Gear, but in general, I don't know anything that's going on. You brought up the Blood and Guts match, and I was like, hold up, no, I'm definitely gonna.
No.
It was crazy that like I literally saw nobody talk about how that's kind of a counter program, but it's all fun and games. It's supposed to be that way. So if you're not going to complain about this one, don't complain about the other ones.
And what I will say is this: I want to praise. I know that this isn't something we do often, but I do. This is a Positively Awesome Wrestling podcast. This is we weren't negative this week, so I want to heap praise on AEW where I can, and I want to say that, like I said, the women's Blood and Guts match was really good. I think the Hangman and Powerhouse Hobbs match that followed that match, that Falls Count Anywhere match, was also really solid. And Tony Khan has, I don't know if he went to media training or he's had a change of
Ariel
heart.
Helwani interview was
He's going to get me to flip again, dude. He's going to get me to flip again.
Nah.
That interview was a big old bag of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Sure it was. But it didn't. But he didn't come off the same way as he did the first time, where it was, "I can't answer this. I can't talk about this. No, we can't do this. No, I can't answer this."
No, he gave non sequiturs that were basically no
answers.
Anyway,
of course he did.
I can't answer that. I'm gonna say it's great. Everything's great. I love it, and I can't wait to do something with it.
Yes.
Look. Our Lord and Savior gets mentioned, and he says, "Oh, we just didn't see eye to eye. That was all it was. We didn't see eye to eye. But you said you feared for your life, Tony. Yeah, but we just didn't see eye to eye."
Anyway, I'm moving away from it. Survivor Series. That's what we're here for.
I just wanted to say it's way better than normal.
To be fair, he wasn't a little brat. I'll give you that. Yeah. But he still was giving nothing answers. And people were funny about it. He didn't go. There you go. That's the best. He didn't go off the rails. And it was very big of him to even go on the show to begin with.
Exactly.
Considering all of his problems with Ariel.
So
and that's what I'm saying.
I think give that credit. And yes, we're not addressing Bret Hart because he has completely lost the plot at this point, man. Completely.
No. I disagree.
Right. Well, he's going after Sheamus for punches now at this point. What's the what?
Bret's problem, if I may, to be the devil's advocate, is Bret's never forgiven Goldberg, and Goldberg never said sorry.
Yes,
Bret
Goldberg has said sorry.
Bit. Yeah, has he?
Yes,
directly to Bret, or was it in the public? Oh, okay. In that case, I stand corrected. But Bret claims he's never said sorry, and unfortunately, he's carried that bitter chip for over 20 years, and now, because wrestling has evolved and it has changed to something it was not when he was wrestling, he doesn't like it anymore. Right? He doesn't enjoy the product.
He's a lot like the AEW fans who complain about old wrestling, saying It's not that good. He's just the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's the reverse.
I
I
don't necessarily. So I do agree, but I also think that there's also this other point where Bret has a certain style that he likes. He doesn't like Sheamus and Gunther because they hurt people when they wrestle. And Bret's thing is, I want you to make this look real, but I don't want it to actually be real. And I think that's Bret's way of wrestling. And Gunther chops you just like he doesn't like Ric Flair.
Bret's brother is a stiff little shit.
Well,
Owen was a stiff little shit, which Bret has said on many an occasion. When he wrestled Owen, it hurt. Right? But he never told Owen he couldn't wrestle.
I'm sure he probably told him to calm the hell down.
Possibly, but it's just a question of they're not hurting each other, Albert. They're making it look like they're hurting each other. A knife is chopped. Stings.
No, them chops hurt, bro.
Yeah. There's no way those chops don't hurt.
Chops suck.
You can't tell me you saw Daniel Bryan's chest after that greatest Royal Rumble and
no, him and Roderick Strong waylaid it in. Him and Roderick Strong waylaid it in.
And look, you can say like I think when I don't. And here's the thing. I think when I have to hear the interview because I didn't listen to the whole interview. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that Bret's not talking about Sheamus's working punches. I have a feeling he's talking about the 10 beats of the Bowdrin where it looks like he's slamming it. That wasn't the case. He was talking about his actual punches. Okay.
I do have a theory about Bret. I think it's all work. I don't think he thinks any of this shit. I think he's doing it just because it continues to get him attention and it's all funny to him. Much like the whole Survivor Series with Bret, because if there's one person in the business that's going to work people until the very end, it's gonna be Bret.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So that's my theory. But man, when he said the stuff about Sheamus, it was like, what is Sheamus getting these just strays?
All these bombs thrown at him all the time.
Yeah,
because it's all the time. Like Bret was live at Clash at the Castle here in Wales for the McIntyre Sheamus Gunther match or the Gunther Sheamus match, whichever it was, and he was ringside for it, and you can see him at ringside going,
yeah.
I think it's all an act, man.
I do.
I really do.
I think he's keeping himself relevant and has decided that grumpy old man is his new wrestling character.
This ain't a work, pal. This ain't a work. Rey Mysterio can kick rocks. And
so that's the thing.
And so he apologizes for the wrongdoings he's done to his son.
Bret praises Rey Mysterio like ridiculolously, though.
Rey Mysterio is a deadbeat stepfather, to be more precise.
I hate deadbeat dads. Now I found out he's one. I'm done.
As we all know, Eddie Guerrero is actually Dominic's real father. And Rey Mysterio has been a terrible stepfather to that boy.
That was confirmed too, because when Eddie's
Dominic
birthday
said, "Keep my father's name out of your mouth."
Right, and then when the birthday came along, he said, "Happy birthday, Dad." So I mean, it's true. If Dom says so, then it's true.
Exactly.
So I'll just use that as our segue for our first match.
Yes, let's segue right in. Let's go.
Dominic Mysterio going back to reclaim what's rightfully his after that dastardly cheating son of a bitch John Cena goaded him into just losing his title, and Triple H is just as much to blame for this crap as anybody.
Yep.
John Cena defends his Intercontinental title against Dirty Daddy Dominic. I can't even call him double champ anymore. Oh, I'm so mad about it.
Soon to be
again, Dos champ Dominic Mysterio. So, Nick, we didn't get to ask you about this one. I do not believe. What do you think about Dominic Mysterio getting this rematch at Survivor Series?
Oh, it's stupid.
Thank you.
Dom should never have lost the title in the first place, but part and parcel. If you are going to have Dominic lose this belt, hypothetically, they did it anyway. why not have him replace Sheamus in the tournament? And I do have a theory about that, which I'll talk about later. Why not have him replace Sheamus in the tournament, win the tournament, face John Cena in his final match? Because Dominic Mysterio could use the John Cena rub and be the guy to retire John and regain the Intercontinental Championship in John's final match.
This ain't even funny, Ron. This ain't even funny at all.
Yeah, that's not funny at all. But yeah, that's it. I'm glad that Dom's going to get the belt back on tomorrow. I am, because the Grand Slam means nothing. It doesn't. This is professional wrestling, people. Get over it.
I'll say this. I do think the Grand Slam is something for some. For Sheamus, it's something. Yes, I feel like that's something you put on Sheamus that he can hang his hat on. Yeah. With John, it doesn't help his legacy. If he gets it, if he doesn't get it, it's the same.
It means nothing.
And that's why I thought
Hogan didn't have it. No one cared.
It's dumb.
Rock didn't have it.
But for someone like Sheamus, again, he's not on that level. So it's something that he can be like, I did it, and it's just another accolade to add to his Hall of Fame resume. And I think it's cool. I'm all for it.
I will say, Jim, that I think you're going to be smiling like a Cheshire cat after the match.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do, because I think somebody will be helping Dominic regain that belt.
We're gonna get to the match itself, because I'm gonna be mad about it all over again. Harry, I don't agree. I think the second Brock squashed Cena, he's eliminated from the main event scene. Get him out of there. If Brock's in it and Cena shows up, why would I think he has any chance in anything? Yeah. He got demolished. So, and
Roman Reigns is now. Roman Reigns and Cody are now the only counterpoints to Brock Lesnar in the annals of WWE's kayfabe world, and because they're the last guys to beat him.
And we got it's already like a forced team to an extent.
Yeah. Oh,
so
don't even
John Cena in there, you'd be forcing it even more. And we're complaining about them throwing the IC title on him just to do it. Throwing him in a War Games match just to do it because he's never done one before is on.
Albert, you'll get this. War Games 93.
Absolutely.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
This year's War Games is War Games 93.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a tag team feud and two singles feuds that they've shoved into one match.
Right, just shoved into one match. Exactly. Look, here's the thing. There's going to be points where no matter what WWE did with John Cena's retirement run, people are going to complain, right? Because there's not enough time. There wasn't enough dates for John Cena to do everything that in everybody's mind that they wanted to see him do. They wanted to see him win the Intercontinental title. They wanted to see him win the World Heavyweight Championship. They wanted to see him be in War Games. They wanted to see him wrestle like 12 different wrestlers on the main roster and 6 different people in NXT. No matter what they did, it just wasn't going to be enough.
No.
That's just it just is what it is. Wrestling fans were going to be disappointed no matter what. Do I believe that they lived up to whatever the hype that they, that they set for themselves? No. I do think that they botched a bit of this run. I think that if, we've said in the past that if we were going to take the championship, the Intercontinental Championship off of Dom, if Cena was going to do it, he should have done it months ago.
Yeah.
And then they could have built this whole tournament around Dom getting that match back. And then even if you still wanted Dom to beat Cena and you wanted Gunther to be his last match, fine. You swap things so that the tournament ends, so that it ends at Survivor Series. So Dom gets his match back in San Diego, just like he is now at Survivor Series. And you have a nice long 3-month build to Dom winning the championship back, rather than him just losing it and then all of a sudden getting a rematch a couple of weeks later. I don't think people care as much about this match as they would have if they would have built it up the right way. And I think that Dom even winning the Intercontinental Championship to me doesn't even make sense anymore, because I almost feel like he's past it. I don't even. Yeah, I don't think he needs it anymore. And I think that at this point, they should pull the trigger on the Judgment Day breakup. And I think that Finn should cost Dom this match. Cena can retain the championship. And
it's
that's
almost like he's admitting he's been lying this whole time.
I didn't say he's going to do it on purpose. I said that Finn's going to cost him the match.
Albert.
And here's right. I think that Finn and JD are going to come out to try to help Dom. I think they're going to screw up, and Finn's going to accidentally hit Dom. Cena's going to clear everybody out. He'll win the match, and that'll be and be all end all, right? Like
I have a slightly different theory than you, Albert.
Because here's the other thing.
Hold on.
I just want to just really quick, want to throw this out there.
Sorry.
If Dom wins. We're just right back to where Dom was. He just beat Cena. They're 1-1. It doesn't do anything anymore. It doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything.
Match to have.
It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. If Dom loses, the only way that this makes sense is that it builds the Dom going up to something a little bit more. So I think it builds to the Judgment Day breakup. They've got to have him and Finn in a one-on-one match to blow off this, this animosity that's been building for this whole time. Maybe this coincides with Liv coming back. Maybe it's Finn and Roxanne versus Liv and Dom. Maybe they figure out some way to kind of, piece this all together. But I think it's got to lead to the implosion of the Judgment Day to get to Dom then going up to get to that next level. Dom's got to get up. Hey, you know what?
What?
No, well, I believe that Liv Morgan, according to reports that I was watching this morning, is due back. She's not hurt anymore. She's due back. I don't think they should do it at Survivor Series. I think they should save it for the Rumble because more surprises in the Rumble makes a better Rumble.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's going to be one of the bits. She's going to get such a babyface pop when she comes back.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be huge. As you know, and as far as I know, Albert, are not the biggest Liv Morgan fans. I think she's overrated. I think she is 90% sex appeal and 10% wrestling, which is great for Vince's era, but we're not in Vince's era anymore. Because, if you look at her shots, all of her entrances, she's got her ass on camera. It's the first thing you see.
Rhea Ripley does too, but we don't. We talk about how great she is all the time.
No, I think Rhea's overrated as well. I'm in the opinion Rhea is the biggest
Charlotte's
star.
The greatest, bro.
No. Rhea is the biggest star in women's wrestling. I will not argue with that.
Let's get back on track.
Back on track. Anyway, right. So I think Liv probably going to return and help Dom regain the belt. It makes sense. It helps further the babyface turn of Dominic Mysterio, which doesn't make a lot of sense at the moment because they're trying to keep him as a heel for the Ray feud. But my worry is that they're going to put the belt back on Dom to put it on Ray to put it back on Dom again at WrestleMania.
No. Okay, so let me just touch on these real quick and then we'll get to the match itself. Will Roxanne interact with AJ? Roxanne ain't even in it, so she can't.
No.
There's meat on the bone with Liv and the flirtation that Dom and Roxanne had going on. So yes and no. There is meat on the bone there because Roxanne has been trying to move in on Dom, but Dom has not accepted any advances on her. He took some chicken fingers from her. Whoop-de-doo. I take food from people all the time. So I don't think that Liv and Dom are going to separate on their own. There's nothing between Dom and Roxanne. That's not a thing. So we already know. I think doing this match again is dumb. I think it was dumb. I think the only way to salvage it would have been to have Dom go into the tournament and win it without any help to kind of show that he earned something for a change.
Exactly.
And then won it back in the final match. That's the way I would have fixed this conundrum. But it is what it is, and this is where we're at now. Will I enjoy the match? Absolutely. I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to... I hope Dom uses that new theme music in San Diego because I love it. I freaking love it. And I hope he gets the crowd reaction that they're anticipating. I truly do. I think he needs to lose this match, though, because winning it doesn't... It just puts him right... Like, I think Albert was saying this. Puts him right back where he was. And we don't need that. We need him to advance. So I have John Cena winning, but I have... Finn's not going to help Cena win, but he's not going to help Dom win. I think that's what we get here. And we see the implosion of Judgment Day at Survivor Series.
Just a quick point there, Jim. Remember a few months ago, we were doing a show, and I said that Cena was going to beat Dom for the Continental title. Gunther was going to win the tournament, then beat Cena and become two-time Intercontinental Champion in the final match.
Well, what started? What was that again?
I said a couple of months ago that Cena would beat Dom for the IC title, and then Gunther would win the tournament and then beat Cena to become a two-time IC champion in his final match. You told me I was You told me I was crazy. And there was no way this could possibly happen.
Because it's a dumb thing to do.
Oh, it is a dumb thing to do. But Does it not look like that is now the current direction that we are going in?
I don't think of dumb things. That's why.
And that's the thing. Look, to me, again, we talk about that if Dom goes back to being Intercontinental Champion, it's just rehashing where he was. Putting the Intercontinental Championship back on Gunther, what does that do? It's just making Gunther this, like it
basically telling us
you're almost demoting Gunther
you
back.
Don't think Gunther belongs in the main event,
right? And the only way. And then the only way that it works is you have to devalue the Intercontinental Championship because he's basically got to come out on Raw the next week and say, I didn't do it for this. I did it to retire John Cena and say, here, I don't want this anymore, or I'm going to take this away from me and give me a world title shot kind of a thing.
I think there are two routes coming out of this tournament that we are now having because somebody else is due back from injury soon. One, Chad Gable.
That'll be another day. I have to move things forward because.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you're busy today.
Yeah. So I have John Cena winning. Who do y'all have?
Cena.
Everybody picking Cena. Wow.
I don't want my theory about Gunther winning the IC belt off Cena to be correct, but at the same time, I like being right too much to go against it.
Wow. Okay. Next question. Bonus points. Does Liv return at Survivor Series?
Yes.
No.
I don't think she does either. I think she shows up after Judgment Day is turned on him.
Okay.
I agree.
Ron has Dom. I got faith in you, Ron. I hope you're right, bro. I do. And no. What about you, Harry?
Harry said Dom.
Harry picking Dom too? Bro, it might be a really good bad night for me again.
And they both said no for the Liv's return.
And I sit there and talk all this shit, but if Dom wins and beats John Cena at Survivor Series, I'm gonna pop and go crazy.
Oh, I'm gonna be the happiest person.
You're gonna jump out of your seat. That's just
you all know I'm full of crap.
But also the other thing is this. Look, let's say Dom wins.
Jimmy, it's pro wrestling business. We all lie.
But even by hook or by crook, if Dom wins this match, doesn't that deflate the winner of this tournament? Like I'm gonna have a tournament to be John Cena's last opponent.
Exactly. That's why I don't see him winning. It's because it's what does that do?
Right.
It's the same for me. Like I said a couple of months ago, the Brock thing with Cena at WrestlePalooza ruined how you should have booked Gunther to beat him in the final match.
Yeah, it's all been weird, but I'm saying at WrestleMania, man. That's my say. I think it happens at WrestleMania, but I mean, tomato at that point. Next match, we are getting Nikki Bella taking on Stephanie Vicaire for the Women's World Championship. Man, I love Nick and Albert's responses already. I want to bring that up wrong, but I'm trying to stay on track at this point. I don't think it's been a complete mess. If Carlito was still employed there, it would have been a better angle with Cena. They wouldn't have went with it though. Okay. So Stephanie and Nikki, interest levels. We'll just start with that so we know how much time to spend on it. And I hate that that's the case, but I mean
-5.
Okay,
I just don't care at all.
Okay, so who do y'all have winning then?
Stephanie.
Talent is not sexually transmitted. Nikki Bella should have learned this years ago.
Look, I don't dislike Nikki, I think, as much as everybody else does. I just don't think that this is a spot that she needs right now. I just look.
Be honest, Albert. She has no place in the modern women's division.
It's very hard to find. Look, I'm not going to I'll give because I know Harry's going to be mad that we're going to talk about this. But look, I think Nikki is actually performed better now than she has even in the past. I think she's actually having better matches. It's just, I think the division in and of itself has passed her by. And I feel like that's the same thing sometimes when we see some like old school main eventers that like end up returning at some points and you feel like wrestling's kind of passed you by a little bit. And it's happened in the past too. It's not just women, it's men as well. I feel like that there was, when Sergeant Slaughter returned after he lost that world championship, pro wrestling passed that man by. And we just weren't in the place where, rah, USA Sergeant Slaughter, and he retired like very quietly soon after, like there are guys that will come, people that come back and they just don't mesh with where they are. I don't think that Nikki right now just there's nobody clamoring for Nikki. I disagree.
I think he's got a point.
I actually completely disagree because I think that Maxine's put in the work to get to where she is, and she's younger, and she's going to be where Nikki was when Nikki was younger. Nikki is now at a different level. She's now she's going to end up being the person that's going to put other people over. I don't think that the rub right now for Stephanie means that much for Nikki to lose. What is it really doing to I mean, okay, great. Stephanie Vaquera beat Nikki Bella in like one of her first defenses as champion. No, I feel like no one's going to really remember this. So what's the point of doing it if no one's really going to remember it? That's from my perspective.
So y'all gave y'all winners. I'm going to give mine. I'm going against the grain here. I think Nikki takes the title off of Stephanie Vaquera.
Oh, God.
I think that you probably, I don't want her to, which is why I'm going with Stephanie. But I think that
do I want this?
No.
Come on.
Well, they do want to do Liv versus Nikki when Liv comes back. So putting the belt in that situation for Liv to be the conquering hero that beats the heel that's returned and ruined the division.
And I'll tell you why I don't. And I'll tell you why I don't
disgusting.
think. I'll tell you why I don't think Liv's returning at Survivor Series, because I think we're gonna get a Brie Bella appearance at Survivor Series, and that's how she wins the belt.
Okay, that's depressing.
Yeah,
as long as we don't have to hear that music.
I think. I want to win, and we're all picking the same. So I'm gonna go a little bit different. I have not hit my head again. I'm trying to go different, and I'm also thinking like the Stephanie Vaquera project. She's over because of the move. I think that's what we all can agree on. I think she's a great wrestler. We all know I love.
She's a tremendous wrestler, but
her pops when she's been coming out have been pretty
mid.
Yeah. I don't think they've done enough with her to get her over. And I think they thought the world title would do it. And it
Stephanie's I'm just gonna end up sounding racist when I say this, but she has the same problem that Japanese wrestlers have in WWE. She's from Chile and she's done a wonderful job at learning English. She speaks better English than some of the people I know. But unfortunately,
with you, Ron, it has no sizzle, and
unfortunately, she can't cut promos in English. They come across as forced. I don't understand why they don't do what they do with Nakamura and with Io and with the other Japanese wrestlers, which is subtitle their promos and doing them backstage vignettes. I love Stephanie Vaquera. I think she's one of the best talents that they've got.
Yeah, I think she's awesome. She's one of my favorite women's wrestlers in the world right now.
Yeah, she's amazing. I don't think it's working at the level it worked in NXT. And that's because she doesn't have Booker T. She doesn't have Booker T there. And depressingly, I'm picking Stephanie because, Jesus Christ, I hate Nikki Bella so much. I do not want her near a championship ever again. Ever again. I never want her near one in the first place.
Stephanie to lose. I'm not saying I want Nikki to be champion. I'm just looking, and I just got a feeling. That's it.
I'm going against
Harry
my
picking Dom to win, and you got me picking Nikki. This whole thing is backwards at this point.
Well, I'm going against my gut because I just can't stand the thought of Nikki Bella as a champion again.
Okay, so we'll move on to the Women's War Games match now since we got that out of the way. We have whose team are we going to call? We're going to call it Team Io versus Team Asuka because that's what it should be. You have Io, Rhea, AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss taking on Asuka, Kairi, Becky, Nia, and Lash Legend. So I'll ask the same question as the last time. Hype level for this match so we know how much time to spend on it.
Big fat 0.
What? Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The only thing that I find funny about this match is it's the third War Games in a row where Rhea Ripley's got a broken nose guard.
Albert, what about you?
I'm actually really excited for this. This is actually really intriguing to me. I just think that for me, they actually built this up the right way. I feel like that, it's Asuka is, really come back and kind of reestablished where she was in the division. It shows that she is a heavyweight contender no matter what, no matter where she is. And I like that they've done this whole deal with her, turning her back on Io, having Rhea almost be the catalyst for it to build that out. And I like that they've expanded this outwards. Do I think it really made a lot of logical sense, even with what they did on SmackDown, to have Becky and AJ join these teams? Not really. But you know what? Star power is star power. There had to be ways to get these women in this match.
War Games 93, mate.
Really, what's that?
It's War Games 93.
Yeah, no.
A baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Like, We talked about this back in September, I think, when we did the first War Games thing. We're like, they're going to just all-star it because they want to fill out a baseball stadium.
Yeah. And they haven't disappointed. This is probably the most star-studded 2 sets of War Games matches that we've ever had. And I really enjoyed the fact that they're going to throw AJ and Becky in here just because, you know what? AJ and Becky in there it makes it a lot more fun to me. AJ Lee comes back. Her second match that she's going to have is War Games. Like, who would have thought that would have been the case?
My hope is that it's why I'm kind of against AJ and Becky being added, because it overshadows kind of already that it's Asuka and Io.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're in it, I hope that whole thing doesn't take away from the fact that we've been telling this story with Asuka, Io, Rhea, and Kairi for 2 months now?
Yeah.
And now it kind of feels like it's taking a back seat to the fact that Becky and AJ are now pushed to the forefront of it. And man, it's crazy that you're hearing me say anything that's even remotely kind of negative towards Becky. I just don't like that aspect of it. And I think, like Ron said, you could have done 4 versus 4 and it would have been fine. Like, it could have been fine. I just didn't. That's the most forced one to me, is adding them two to it. And that's men and women's. That's the most forced addition to these matches.
It kind of cheapened Maxine's title win as well. Because if you've got a brain, the only reason they took the belt off Becky was so they could put her in War Games without a title.
You could have put her in there with the title. I don't think it would have made a difference. It just feels forced. That's literally it.
It would have made more sense to remove Charlotte and Alexa and put Bayley and Lyra.
There you go.
I agree.
Give Maxine, keep her momentum going. Don't backseat her to don't. It's not even backseat. You're putting her in the 3rd row at this point.
Yeah.
That's my issue. I think it's silly because right here. Well, why not?
Because they're gonna get there.
And
I think
they're trying to
do Survivor Series now. That's crazy.
Probably Rumble.
Oh man, it will not. I hate this comparison. I hate it.
No, exactly.
Ooh, because blood and guts is generally just let's make things as bloody as possible. There's not that much creativity involved with it.
Look, I don't care what you say. They're not the same match. Blood and guts has a roof on the top of it, and you're allowed to get out of the cage. And ironically, War Games doesn't have a roof on it, but you aren't allowed to get out of the cage. Which again, logically, on both of those ends, don't make any sense whatsoever. If they're not allowed to get out of the cage, put the damn roof on it. Here's my thing. This is why, and I've said this before. I think when we did the War Games prediction match a couple of months ago, I made mention of this. This isn't War Games. This is a WWE version of War Games. Blood and Guts isn't War Games. It's the AEW version of War Games. War Games was 5-on-5, two rings, cage with a roof, no one allowed out.
That roof was only 9 feet tall too.
That's right. Ryan Pillman almost got freaking paralyzed in '92 because Sid powerbombed him. Sid powerbombed him almost on top of his freaking shoulders.
Yeah,
that was War Games. So this is just something that they're doing that's close to it. And look, I like the fact that they don't have the roof because it makes Io's been crazy doing these spots with the garbage cans and stuff like that.
Better not do it again.
It's cool.
No.
She's going to because she's already said it on Twitter. She's already said it. She's on Twitter. She's already said she's going to do it. So the thing is that the spots are cool and everything like that, but that'd be something different, right? Yeah,
I want something different out of it. Jesus, man.
I think Lash should put her out of the air when she does it.
It's not a bad idea, but I do think that this is the second or third year I think that we're talking about this where this match feels forced. And if you want to do War Games, let's do War Games, but let's do War Games when War Games makes sense. I just don't like that. Now, it's the same thing that we talked about at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-views when it was like, oh, Hell in a Cell, these guys are feuding. We'll just put them in Hell in a Cell. Why? Oh, because they're in a feud and it's called Hell in a Cell? No.
Yes. Bingo. And if you're going to use things, don't use tables and chairs and kendo sticks like you do all the other
nail boards.
Use chains and just crazy items.
Yeah,
and I don't want it to be bloody mess either. I think that's
right.
that's
And look, even the ones, even
but
the
I
ones
think we
back
can
then,
all just agree on one thing: Cody's going to bleed.
probably.
No. We'll make that a bonus question. Do we think Cody bleeds?
Yes,
I
because
think
he's already busted open.
Cody,
I think
no
so.
bleed.
I think he will.
Cody does bleed.
Here's my thing. Even like the ones back in the day, yeah, there was blood. Not everybody bled, but when there were weapons, it was they used like a boot or like Jimmy said, a chain, handcuffs,
or cinder
like,
block.
Right? Like, yeah. I mean, like it wasn't like the stuff that you would normally find under the ring. It was like stuff that you could sneak in because you weren't allowed to bring stuff in like that. Yeah. Like if you want to be like a heel that like, they're like, oh, I'm going to dress up my team in flak jackets and they snuck things into the pockets of the flak jackets. That's a cool idea. You know what I mean? Like
Candice LeRae would have come into play. Nobody wears a crimson mask better than Candice freaking LeRae.
No one at all.
It's like when Ric Flair would get it all in his hair. It would look great.
Yeah. So what side do we think? Are we thinking the babyface side wins this or the heel side wins this?
I think the babyface side wins this.
Real quick, Dale. They do. I saw Jay do it not that long ago. They still do.
Jacob does it all the time.
Yeah. What'd you say, Nick? You said the babyface side?
I think the babyfaces are going to win the women's.
Team EO. I don't care what anyone else says. It's not Team Becky. It's Team EO.
Yeah.
And Albert, who you got?
This is the hardest one for me because I feel like if the babyfaces win, it's expected. I feel like the heels win. I kind of almost feel like it makes more sense because it drives the stories a little further. AJ would want to get more revenge on Becky because she lost. AJ won that first match with Becky. Why would she care about Becky after this? I beat her twice, right?
I think Becky's going to be the reason they lose.
Bro, give it to me, Ron.
But so I'm gonna
just comes in, starts handcuffs to all the bad guys, and they just
that'd be great.
We only got 15 minutes left. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say that that Team Asuka wins.
He's going Team Asuka.
Yeah.
Thank you for using the right names.
And the reason why is that it really furthers along every one of those stories more if the heels win.
I agree.
If the baby faces win, it's Hail the Conquering Heroes. Where did all these heels go after that? They've just now been demolished in the match where they should have won, right? I really don't think that. Look, WWE will figure it out. They always do. But
Asuka and Kairi being tag champs tells me that they're losing because them losing this match sets up them defending those tag titles. So that's my logical thinking there. The babyface
I think Alexa gets the pin. I think Alexa gets the pin on Kairi.
If Team Asuka wins, then we're done with y'all. Go away. Leave us alone forever. And that's just not how they do Rhea Ripley stuff. She has to always be on top. Blah, blah, blah.
But the thing is that even if they do win, that still can set up them having like a number one contender tag match where Io and Rhea win, and they just put it right back on target right after that.
That's
and it also can feed into the dissension between Charlotte and Alexa, where now they lost, and now I didn't even want to be in this match. Now we lost. What does this mean for us? It plays into that tension too. I think there's a lot more interesting stories that come out of this if the heels win.
AJ pins Becky. Becky loses her shit on Raw. That's possible. But did AJ pin Becky at the tag match?
I think Becky surrenders.
Did AJ pin Becky in the tag match?
She did.
Okay. I don't think they're involved in the finish.
I think either it's a case of Alexa Bliss pins Kairi Sane, or
Becky
surrenders.
No way,
Becky surrenders. Don't be ridiculous, Dale.
No way. I think she's just going to be toe the line, honestly. And yes, Ron, it is a freaking shame. Okay, so.
Like Harry said, Becky already tapped to AJ. I just really think it doesn't make more sense. And
again, I think this match is more about Team Io and Io, Rhea, Asuka, and Kairi. So I think you have Kyrie get pinned in this match, probably by Rhea. That's my. I hope Lash Legend literally forearms the shit out of every single person in that match, though. Yeah. Because my God, when she hit Io, I jumped up on my seat. That was nuts.
That girl's got a shot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, Becky's not doing the Chelsea Green speak to the manager vibes. She's doing a very orange person right now. Yeah, he's good, but I'm better. I'm the best. That's Becky Lynch, and she's gone full on with it, and I love it. But I got everybody's picks. We're going to go on to the main event now, which is clearly going to be the main event. It's going to be the Taka. Nah, Lash is going to be the big. She's going to be destroying people.
I think she's going to be the one that catches Io after she comes off the cage and smashes her.
Well, that would be fucking insane. I think Lash is the one that comes out of this one that people are talking about. I think she's the MVP. I think they're going to designate this match to make her look awesome. And good for her because she has come so far.
Yeah, she's massively improved.
So far.
I mean, she was like booed in her first match in NXT.
She was absolutely terrible in her first match. Yeah. Like I was like, this is god awful.
Who knew that all they had to do was get rid of Jakara Jackson and she'd actually pull her socks up?
To be fair, I think Jakara had played a significant role in her easing her way into where she's at now.
Yeah.
Because I loved them as a tag team.
No, I thought the entrance was really cool. I loved their entrance with the two different monochrome colors. It works.
Oh, with the freaking 4 when they had no one.
Metaphor, yeah.
The metaphor.
Yeah.
Where's Noam Dar? I miss him. Hopefully he returns. He takes over for Jimmy Uso when he gets taken out. Noam Dar joins the baby faces. All right. Main event time. We have team. We'll call Breaker because it should be Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and why am I forgetting? And Logan Paul. What a freaking team, dude! What a freaking team! Taking on Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Punk, and Cody. Hype levels for this one. Albert, I'll let you go first this time.
Look, I think there's a lot of cases where people are saying that Cody was forced into this match, and maybe this is a spot that LA Knight should be in.
Jacob should be in.
Jacob's still injured.
Jacob's hurt. So I understand
but that's why Cody's in the match, because Jacob had to have dental surgery.
To me, I don't feel like it's forced. I feel like it makes sense in logical ways because Cody's friends with the Usos, and he's
and Drew's in it,
and Drew's in it, and now Drew is trying to murder Cody Rhodes in every turn.
Yeah,
my thing is this. I think that I'm excited. I don't think this needs to be a War Games match. And I think that this kind of bears kind of like where I was talking about before. If this would have been Survivor Series
match,
thank you.
Yeah.
Like I would have totally been cool with this.
Can you imagine you'd be on the edge of your seat. Who's getting pinned?
Yeah. Who's getting eliminated?
Who's getting pinned here? Like,
right. Yeah.
Who's next? Like, who comes out on top? Like, that would be insane. And you could have someone come out of this one looking like $1 million when they're the last one standing tall.
Exactly.
Braun Breaker.
Correct.
Right. And even major wins on the babyface team, if you put a guy like Jey Uso to pin Brock Lesnar, raises his stock now. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that you can do.
That ain't never happened.
The internet would not know what to do. Just
imagine. Okay, look, just imagine.
Like they
I
all
thought about
Jay,
this.
apparently, but they all
they do.
Too, so
right, just more.
Just imagine the match starts. The babyface team knocks the heels out. Brock's the only one in the match. It's like Superman punch, crossroads. A double Uso splash, go to sleep, and then Jay comes off the top to finish it off with a splash to pin Brock. The internet would melt down.
I'm here for that.
That'd be amazing.
They wouldn't know what to do.
They had no idea what to do.
It'd be like,
and I would love it.
People's brains would explode, or the keyboards would break. One or the other.
Oh my God, that would be
because
great.
they would be so mad, but at the same time so happy, and then at the same time like they wouldn't be different. Like they just their little brains would melt down, and I wanted to see it so bad, but now we can't see that, so whatever. Unless that's the finish of imagine Jey Uso comes off the top of the cage and splashes Brock Lesnar for the win. Like forget about it. Again, the internet would melt down. I like the idea and the concept of this match. I like it way better as it just being a classic Survivor Series match.
Agreed.
Forcing this. I think that imagine how cool this Survivor Series card would be if they would have gotten these two matches and two other, 5-on-5 tag team matches, and then the Intercontinental title match as being like the headliner, like singles match, and then the women's title match. Like they would have been so much more fun. I think that they've got to go back and revisit these ideas. I think it's going to be Friday. It's tonight. It's going to be really fun. We get the classic Survivor Series match tonight. I think that people are going to really enjoy that, and I hope that forces WWE into thinking, hey, let's do this next year. Let's not do let's not do 2 War Games matches because we don't need to do 2 War Games matches. Let's just stick to one.
Let's just not do War Games.
No, let's just not do War Games. Yeah, exactly. And let's do it when it makes sense.
Doing 1 War Games match and 1 Survivor Series match.
That would be fine too.
Cool with that.
Yes.
No, I'd be cool with it, but it's just, you mentioned it before, Albert. It happened with Hell in a Cell. It happened with Money in the Bank to a certain degree. When you make it its own pay-per-view, the match starts to become an afterthought. The storyline becomes an afterthought to the match, and it doesn't do it any good. And it's this. That's why I keep saying War Games 93. Because War Games 93 was Dusty Rhodes going, oh, crap, I haven't thought of anything. Let's put all these people in the match because they
I don't even agree with that one, Dale. I do like the idea of doing Survivor Series matches. I absolutely.
Yeah.
And I do. Well, I don't think every match.
Just for example, look what the Survivor Series match did for Dolph Ziggler. Look what the Survivor Series match did for Randy Orton.
Look what it could have done for Keith Lee.
Exactly. Right? Don't even.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, it could have done. Heartbreaking. But I think, the Survivor Series match that's on SmackDown tonight should be on Survivor Series.
I don't. I mean, I think it's because I've mentioned this so many times. I think you have they make SmackDown a must-watch show, and they put on the matches that people are asking for, so that you have a reason to tune into that show as well as the pay-per-view. And people have been asking for these Survivor Series matches, and they said, "All right, let's see how bad you do want these Survivor Series matches. We're going to put it at the main event on the show right before the War Games, and if you like it, hey, we'll see what happens." So you got to make SmackDown awesome too, because people are traveling to San Diego to go to Survivor Series. Like you, Nick, you went to SmackDown or Raw too, right?
Yeah, I did.
You want to go to a top heavy show. You don't want to go to just some random SmackDown. So you got to put matches on those shows as well. And I think that's why they do these. And I love it. But I agree with Albert. The men's match should have definitely been a Survivor Series match. That would have been so much cooler.
I completely agree. Brock in War Games, Brock's a big guy.
Yeah.
You've seen Brock. We've all seen Brock Lesnar in person, the three of us.
Yes.
That dude is huge.
He is.
He's about this from back to front.
And they've already. They did. That is dumb. I take back what I said. That is dumb.
Yeah, they taped it.
Why did they tape it?
Because it was dumb.
Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah. Because of your colonial nonsense.
Don't lump me into that shit. I just told you I didn't celebrate it, dude.
I'd rather American holiday.
Listen,
you're American. You're involved.
We're not going to play that game. We're not going to play that game.
Anyway, back to
that seems silly.
I completely agree with you both. It should have been a Survivor Series match. It would have been better as a Survivor Series match. Brock Lesnar in 2 cages with 2 rings. I don't see him doing a lot of moving because there's not going to be a lot of room with 9 other guys in there.
Yeah. He's going to come in and throw everybody around until everybody gangs up on him.
No. One, it wasn't the 250-year-old horse. Congratulations. You threw some tea in a river, and our king said, no, it's too expensive. We're not going to.
I know how much you cry when tea gets thrown in rivers. I've seen it happen, Nick.
No.
Don't play that game.
No.
Ron, real quick, if you're still... Yeah, Ron's still here. Do you think Cody bleeds? I need your answer for this so I can make sure you're completely involved in the prediction thing. I'm backwards on it. I'm backwards on it because at least Rhea, Io, Asuka, and Kairi had something going for months. It's not like that one was completely thrown together. And the other pieces just kind of fell in, except for AJ and Becky.
Well, but if you even separately, AJ and Becky had things going for months. So fine.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
so they just got
that belongs inside of inside of a bigger stage. So I'm okay with that being inside of the cage. I feel like a lot of this, yes, the Vision has been feuding with these guys for a little while, but by the same point, it was Seth Rollins who was mostly feuding with these guys in the background. Now they're at the forefront. Exactly. I mean, with the exception of, to be fair, with the exception of Bronson, who was feuding with Roman. So, like, but you know, like Roman beat him twice. You know, like, so what? You know, like,
I need to talk to you. I need some peanut M&Ms. So peanut butter M&Ms.
I'm gonna go dump some peanut M&Ms in the river next.
No peanut butter. I need peanut butter. I need peanut butter M&Ms for my sister and
Snicker
they're
bars.
a New York thing.
And
so I need a giant bag. I need a giant bag of peanut butter M&Ms there.
But they don't have them outside of New York.
Is Brock is the last man to come in?
No, they do, but they only have the giant bags in New York. I checked. You can get the peanut butter M&Ms anywhere, but they only come in small bags. And my sister wants a giant bag for Christmas, and so I've got from New York. Dale lives in Long Island. He's the only person I know near New York besides you.
I can get it right now.
I'm sure you moved.
I'm still in New York, so
see everywhere.
I need giant peanut butter M&Ms.
It's an everywhere thing.
Let me know how much it is, and I'll send you the money.
It's $700. The shipping will be. I promise you that.
Oh, I know.
All right. So who we have winning this one?
The heels. Jimmy Uso takes the pin.
He says team. Who's the heel team guy?
You said
Team Braun. Team Braun. And Jimmy gets pinned by who?
Braun Breaker.
Okay. Who you got, Albert?
Team Jimmy Uso. Just to get everybody mad.
The one man who does not belong in this match. Jimmy is only in this match because he is Jay's brother and Roman's cousin. That is it.
Okay, you have Team Punk, and who do you have pinning who?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Roman pins Bronson again.
Bro, I will fucking turn the TV off.
The rumor has it that the main event for WrestleMania is going to be Punk versus Roman. So reports are saying today. So I think they're going to use this show to start. They're going to use this show to start promoting what the WrestleMania match is going to be. And I think some miscommunication between the Tribal Chief and the Straight Edge Savior is what's going to cause issues. Then Cody's going to get caught in the middle. Brock's going to flatten everybody. And then Braun's going to spear Jimmy out of his boots and just pin him.
Okay. So Harry, Braun, I need to know who you think's pinning who. Okay.
Rex, that popped me.
What do you say? I hope Logan starts for the heels and the whole match gets his shit pushed. I'm gonna go Team Breaker, and I think
the other reason I think the baby faces are winning the women's.
I think Braun pins Punk.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
To set up Royal Rumble.
That makes sense.
I think Braun pins Punk, and then we move on from there. And
Roman wins the Rumble and goes after.
Nice little question here from Dale. He always has good questions. Sometimes he has some ridiculous things, but if the faces win, though, who would take the pin for the heel side? And everyone's saying Bronson.
Logan Paul. Logan Paul. Logan
doesn't hurt Logan. Doesn't hurt Logan Paul to.
They tease Logan versus Punk, so I mean Logan could technically. Man, if they have Logan pin someone in this match, I'll lose my shit, honestly.
Yeah. It'd be
in a lot of ways. It'd be good promotion. Or Drew Reed, because if Drew gets pinned again, I'm already lost all hope for the guy. But if that happens, no.
I do think
Drew can pin Cody here though too.
Yeah, I find it definitely ironic that Drew McIntyre is apparently one of The Rock's chosen personal projects.
And he hasn't shown up to be his chosen one yet?
Yeah, not at all. Like, it's
Come on, I finished
just
this months ago. Why hasn't it happened yet?
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
All right. Logan shouldn't sniff the World Heavyweight Championship. No, he should wear it.
Yeah.
He should win Money in the Bank and win the title. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm not mad at
Logan Paul.
I'm not mad
Logan Paul has taken to pro wrestling like a fish to water. The fact that he was already a scumbag is just helping everybody hate him. But he's really good at his job.
He's just been taking pins all year, Rex, and that's the problem. Real quick, random question. I had it earlier in the show. I didn't bring it up, but since we just brought up Money in the Bank, I'll ask it. We talked about John Cena taking the title off of Dom earlier this year. What if in John Cena's final match, because I did talk about this as a joke way back in the beginning of the thing, John wins his final match and remains to be the Intercontinental Champion, but then Dom cashes in on him immediately after in his final match. Would you think that was dumb?
Well, it wouldn't make any sense because Dom doesn't have the Money in the Bank briefcase.
If he did, that was my thing. He lost the Intercontinental title early in the year to John, and then Dom won the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
Cashes in on him as John's final moment.
I think that would have been really good if John wins. If they give John Cena a Sting-esque retirement, which I think he has kind of deserved, then yeah, that would have made perfect sense. I think that would have been really good.
Okay.
It would have furthered Dirty Dom as well, which is what they should be doing. Now that they've made Dirty his official first name.
All this is just in case he didn't have the run he had with ICW. I think he had a good run, so it's not.
I do. Yeah, I do too.
But had he not, because he lost it early to Cena, I think that would have been something to do.
Yeah,
because he wants to ruin John Cena's moment because he's a little shithead.
Basically.
That's why. And
I also think that it's a better story at the end of the day because, like I said, Gunther winning the Intercontinental Championship again, it just puts him back into the same place that he was a couple of years ago when he was on his trajectory, on his way back up the ladder.
If I may, I'll be really quick, but I want to run something by you. Right? Okay. Chad Gable is due to return. Sheamus is injured. What if Chad Gable replaces Sheamus in the tournament, beats Gunther in the final?
He didn't. He didn't.
I
hate to break that. Really I won't tell you who it is, but he didn't.
Good. That would have been really cool because Chad is the new Kurt Angle, and having the guy who was cemented by Kurt Angle cement the new Kurt Angle in his final match would have been circular storytelling and made loads of sense.
If Gunther's winning the IC title, he better drop that thing to Chad Gable at WrestleMania. That's all I'll fucking say about that.
Agreed.
No. He can't lose another match at WrestleMania. He's lost 2 in a row. He can't do it again.
He shouldn't be Intercontinental Champion either.
Agreed. I agree with that
100%. Excuse me. Andre the Giant never won a WrestleMania match.
I get that, but Andre the Giant was a legend by the time WrestleMania came around.
Sasha Banks never won a WrestleMania match either.
Good.
And look how great she is.
I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts.
50 belts now. That's how awesome she is.
The thing was that I don't think it hurt.
Yeah, when's she going to defend any of them?
The thing is that Gunther has lost every one of his big matches. He lost to Cody. Yeah. He lost to Punk. He lost to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. He lost to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
He's the heel. That's his job.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when his
you gotta remember, dude, up until WrestleMania 16, no heel ever won at WrestleMania till Triple H.
I know.
They're supposed to lose on the grandest stage of them all.
I'm not wanting that to happen. I don't want Gunther to be champion. But if he is, they need to right that wrong. That's my only thing here. They need to right that wrong. Because that was Chad Gable's moment 2 years ago.
Yeah. If they're going to make Gunther IC champion, if they're going to make Gunther IC champion, I want a pipe dream world where they decide to unify the US and IC titles. And we have Gunther versus Dragunov at WrestleMania for all the gold.
At 38 was Bianca, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She did not beat Bianca, bro. No. I was there. She did not beat Bianca.
Wait a minute. Was it a tag match where she won with Bayley?
She might have. Oh, no. Her and Naomi defended the tag titles.
At 38?
I don't know if that was 38.
38 was Bianca, wasn't it?
Bianca was 37.
Because there was a huge deal about it being the first win.
No, that was 37. That was in Tampa. That's right.
Because there was a huge deal
Because
about it being the
38
first
was
two black women
Becky-
to ever main event at WrestleMania.
Becky and Bianca was 38, and then Becky Rhea was 39. So that's it. So did Sasha get the pin, or did Naomi get the pin?
I think it was Naomi.
I hope it was Naomi, just so Sasha can say she never got it. Trade all them titles in for a WrestleMania win, lady. Not always, buddy. You think you're gonna beat me in a freaking fantasy show?
Harry,
That's just
Harry,
not
what date
gonna
are we
happen.
on? What date are we on?
I'm waiting I'm waiting for Survivor Series to happen to book my Royal Rumble matches, but I've already booked my other things.
That is cool. I'm wanting to do it on. Let me get the date because while Harry is listening, calendar. The 7th of December. It is a Sunday.
It's gonna be interesting.
You're judging, remember, Albert?
Can't wait.
And so is the captain, Jim. So
I guess I better start buttering up to him. I'm not doing that shit. I think my shit speaks for itself. Even as much as he's disliked me, he's always said I am good. So
Harry,
don't start that crap already, Harry. Don't start that. You're trying to act like he won't be a biased judge.
When am I ever not fair? I'm always fair.
He's called me out on some really bad ideas before.
So, Harry, normally there would be 3 parts to the show. There would be your main booking. There would be a WrestleMania of my choice where you'd have to co-book it with Jimmy from side to side. And then there would be whatever I could think of at the time. To save time and make this more of a concise show, Jim, we are doing the main booking only.
Thank you.
Right. I have one simple question for you.
I feel like those are the things that always make you get the match way closer. My main booking always destroys.
Do you want to do your 4 weeks of television each, followed by your Royal Rumble each? Or do you just want to do your 4 weeks of TV and the Royal Rumble, then move on to
everything straight through? That way there's no confusion on who did what.
Okay, brilliant. That's fantastic.
Yeah, television, Rumble, then the next person.
Okay, brilliant. That's how we'll do it then. Unfortunately, my really cool Wrestling With Your Thoughts intro will no longer play because StreamYard are annoying.
Crooks. They're crooks.
Yeah, they're absolute crooks. So my really cool intro won't work. So we're just going to have to go live as is. But
it's going to look real silly when things happen in Survivor Series that make yours don't make any more sense.
Mm-hmm. You got to remember, Harry, you're booking the future.
That's what makes it hard. That's why
the prime
I got the contestants.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the layout yet because I need to see what happens in Survivor Series because I think a lot of things could happen. So
I honestly think Survivor Series is going to be the real start to the road to WrestleMania. They're going to start promoting who the main events are going to be, who the guys that get in position here and there, so on and so forth.
All right. That is the show, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Harry, shine that belt up real nice for me because I'm taking it home. And it's really funny that I'm going to win it because Nikki Bella is going to be a champion. Your girl is going to cost you. How about them apples? Suck on it. If you guys have anything you want to say before we say our goodbyes, now is your chance. If not, I'm going to say toodles and hit this button.
Everybody, please check out the History of the Friday Nitro review. We'll be back next week.
That works.
Enjoy Survivor Series, everyone.
Toodles.